Today's episode of Before the Scenes takes place after the fact. By now, some of you have probably seen the homemade music videos on my channel. One is of an end credit song written by VeggieTales and uses some footage from their Rumor Weed episode. The other is for a song made by a ministry called Kids for Kids, and I animated the video myself. Obviously, I need to bring you behind these scenes because that's what this show is about. So all of the spinning words and stuff in the second video, officially it's called kinetic typography, which is a fancy way of saying moving computer text. The trickiest part about this is figuring out some sort of creative movement for each of the words in tune with the lyrics. I wasn't sure I'd be able to do that for the entire video, so eventually I just decided to animate the parts that tell the story. Ironically, that turned out to be a little trickier. Not necessarily because I didn't know how to do it. It was just a whole lot more details than I was expecting to deal with. Such is the case whenever you create a picture. I did know that I wanted my characters to look somewhat historically accurate, as well as simplistic, but also distinct from each other. So I looked at the way that other people visualized the characters, and then came up with my own design. The angel was easy. I had already made that for another project that never got used. So I brought it back for this. All that was left was to actually make the individual scenes the characters are in. That turned out to be a lot more tedious than I expected. There were just so many of them. I wound up working up until the very last minute. I made a deadline for myself concerning when the video had to be finished. I posted it on my birthday. Once I understood my workload, I was able to get the job done. The process for the VeggieTales video was not as involved. I was one of many who grew up watching that show, and I loved their music. Since this song was reserved for the credit scene of the episode, there is no official corresponding video that I know of, unlike most of their music. I thought that such a video would be fun and chose to do it when the time came for the Lamplight channel. I made this channel to present Before the Scenes and decided to start the year with something fun. Yeah, even that little fan video was part of a plan I had. But mostly, I just knew I would enjoy it. Figuring out where to put all the different scenes was very fun for me. That was also the most fun I had with the second video, synchronizing it to the song. I look forward to doing it again.